Then what I try to say is, for the advanced non-equilibrium thermodynamic system with the classic thermodynamic theory, with science unable to present that because have so rich that kind of prior. But with the new that Yin and Yang that kind of theory from the thermodynamic formula, we can present that very nicely and very thoroughly. That is very important at that kind of conclusion. So that is in the second section that we the discussion. In that, after the discussion for that theoretical basic for the traditional Chinese medicine, we also furthermore discussion that some difficult medical problems treated by traditional Chinese medicine, and also do the comparison with the Western medicine. We're talking about the high blood pressure, heart situation. We're talking about the diabetes. We're talking about the COPD. We're talking about the kidney condition. All of the kind of situation, conventional medicine can do a lot of work and also achieve a great success. But however, the whole result is not so satisfied. When I also discussed all of the kind of difficult case for treated by traditional Chinese medicine may even have a better result. So that is what I also informed that further confirmed my idea. For the patient who have a difficult case, who have a difficult medical problems, go ahead with the conventional medicine, that's fine. Additional, don't forget, if the treatment is not so successful, go to search for the traditional Chinese medicine. Additional, I also have my advice for the medical professional. For that kind of difficult case, either treat the patient with that conventional medicine, and also thinking about the alternative medicine, particularly Chinese traditional medicine. Traditional Chinese medicine can provide very good that kind of approach to treat such situation because they work on a deeper level. That is second part of the discussion. Right now, we are going to the third part. Third part. Right now, we want to get into the third part of the discussion. The third part is very important because in the world, we live in the world, we need to survive, need to develop. All of the kind of social activity create so-called rationalism, based on the matter, based on the energy, on the number, on the space, on the time. That creates so-called rationalism. So that is that dominate everyone's mind. So the rationalism is the kind of domination in our mind, but that is based on the matter, on the energy, and the number, on the space and time. But the traditional Chinese medicine is not based on that. It's based on the negative entropy, based on the free energy, based on the temperature, based on the space. That's completely different that kind of theory. So for many people, it's a little bit difficult to fully understand what is going on for the traditional Chinese medicine. They only consider, well, traditional Chinese medicine, the yin and yang, maybe is some kind of idea, but did not have any theoretical basis. So how to convince the people, say, well, yin and yang actually have a very kind of solid theoretical basis in that aspect. I think we still need to do some discussion. We need to do some comparison. How to understand that. Actually, that is if we think about the knowledge, where the knowledge come from, we can have some that kind of different idea. Over here, I use this diagram to present what is the difference from that so the Western world idea and traditional Chinese medicine, the idea from traditional Chinese medicine. Over here, that is so-called molecular complex. Okay. Western idea only see this, look at this, their existence and their behavior. Their existence and their behavior include at least three aspects. One is the mechanic behavior. One is the chemical behavior. One is that the electrical behavior. So that creates the whole idea of the science. So that is the science. They explore, study the system is negative entropy that equally zero. So no negative entropy, that kind of system. So that is the Western knowledge come from. That is the mainstream of the Western wisdom and the Western knowledge. But for that molecular complex, also called the primary, that kind of element there, behind that, they still have four dimensions. One is the free energy. One is the free energy. One is negative entropy. One is the temperature. One is the space. So, other than that kind of existence and their behavior, behind that, they still have that kind of existence and behavior. With this one, we build up the Yin and Yang system. We build up the theory of the major confusions. So, this one, if used rationalism to look at that, they belong to the non-rationalism. But they still reasonable. So this part, we call it as a reasonable non-rationalism. That is the Chinese system. That is the so-called that Yin and Yang system come from. That is the theory of the major confused system come from. Then they are not so concerned the upper part, but they concern the lower part. So that is the difference from West and East. Next. For the human body system, Western medicine study that part. That's negative entropy equally zero. They study the negative entropy equally zero, that part. Chinese, that's Newtonian. That is thermodynamic. The part is thermodynamic. So, traditional Chinese medicine study the lower part. Western medicine study the upper part. Actually, between them, they have a door. That means the Newtonian system have a communication with the thermodynamic system, advanced thermodynamic system. They Boltzmann conversion and Boltzmann anti-conversion, that is synchronize these two two part of the being. So that is the inside the body. We inside the body did have the Newtonian existence. Additional also have that thermodynamic systems existence. But conventional medicine and Western system did not look at that point. Chinese traditional medicine look at that point. Many medical problems, actually, some is caused only that part, but many is mainly related with that part. Even in only this part, sometimes with that kind of synchronized door, okay, they may affect that part. So only do something on that part, far from enough. We need to do something on that part. That is what today I talking about the deadly disease, how to do something in that part to help the treat that kind of very deadly disease. For instance, that the so-called cancer condition.